We should probably introduce ourselves.
Yeah, you introduce yourself first.
I am Michaelith, and this is Let's Play Majora's Mask. And who are you? What are you doing here?
I am the Tattered King.
Alright. King over here has never actually finished Majora's Mask.
Yeah, I'm very vocal about my opinions on the two Zelda games on the Nintendo 64. I've given them a try multiple times, but I can never really soldier through them. I still consider myself a fan of the series, though.
See, I think you're weird, because I think the two on the N64 are the best ones.
Yeah, a lot of people do, but I'm pretty sure that's because most people started with that.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time was my first, and this wasn't my second. I think Oracle of Ages was my second, and this was my third.
I think I played this for the first time about 4 months before Twilight Princess came out.
I fucking hate Twilight Princess.
I kinda like Twilight Princess. It's like I like it more than Minish Cap, but it doesn't really hold a candle to Link to the Past or Wind Waker.
Yeah, Wind Waker and A Link to the Past are really good. But, like, I hated Twilight Princess. And I had it on the GameCube, so I didn't even have to deal with the stupid waggle bullshit.
I liked it on the Wii because you had more item slots.
Yeah, welcome to Skull Kid. He's the antagonist. Another thing about this game, this is the one Zelda game that's like a direct sequel to Ocarina of Time, and they make no fucking weird timeline nonsense about it. That's not even a sentence.
Yeah, honestly, when I first played Ocarina of Time, that was one of my biggest gripes with it because it wasn't established yet that the series was just a bunch of rewrites or weird 100 years in the future
Yeah,
things.
weird alternate Links and alternate Zeldas, but this one's pretty, like, clear that it's a direct sequel to Ocarina of Time. Right now, Link is out looking for Navi.
Oh, that's what he's doing?
Yeah, I didn't
Did
know
they
that
say
until
what
I looked it
happened
up
to
on Zeldapedia.
Okay.
There's a lot of weird throwbacks to other games in this, too. It's a reference to Link's Awakening later on. It's like a whole bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah, the guy who makes these loves his references.
You mean Nintendo? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well, there's a specific person in charge of each of the franchises.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever.
So in case you haven't been paying attention, Skull Kid just stole my horse. Thanks, Skull Kid, you fucking asshole.
He nicked your bloody ride.
And I try and get fancy and I fall down
This
there.
does look nice. This does
Yeah,
look
I'm
like the
retarded.
Lost Woods.
It could be, I'm not sure. This area is never really explained or mentioned again or accessible after you get into the clock tower.
So what's the deal with those fairies?
They're just fairies that hang out with Skull Kid. It's explained later. Of all the times to get a Steam message.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this part like freaked me the fuck out as a kid.
Yeah, the forest temple back in the day, I was very uncomfortable with that area as a kid.
I fucking hate the Forest Temple just because of that twisted corridor section where I'm not sure if I should twist or untwist the second corridor.
I don't remember specifics too well, but like after Zombie Apocalypse Town and Werewolf Maze, I really wasn't feeling brave enough to continue.
You know, I've never beaten the Shadow Temple.
That's where I stopped last time I played.
I stopped after the Water Temple
I
because I went to Kakariko Village and then the well exploded and there was a ghost and I'm like, oh shit, it's too much for my 11-year-old brain to handle.
I just like finally got through the water temple, and then I feel like I'm over the hump. Like, all right, I'm gonna finally beat this piece of crap, and then I go into this crazy ass place with no floors, invisible walls, invisible enemies, and I just nope AVI'd.
Pretty much. Also, this is Tattle. She's our new fairy. She is a fucking cunt.
Yeah, really, people complain about Navi. At least Navi's helpful.
Yeah. Oh, and this is something I wanted to show off. When bushes do this, when you hit one, that's indicative of something you can get with a mask. But the weird thing is, this area is not accessible after you get to the clock tower, so I don't know why they put that there. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here.
I don't know, I guess to weird you out.
I don't know. And you can't get it till like way later in the game. Like you have to have access to the final area in order to get the mask. My reaction exactly. And then here we got
So what
the
would
Deku
you
flower
say is your favorite...
What?
Sorry. What would you say is your favorite item in the Zelda series?
In the series? I'm not sure. If the spinner in Twilight Princess got used way more, then I definitely would love that game a lot more than I did. Because that was a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, the spinner and the dominance rod were pretty cool concepts that didn't see enough use.
Yeah. As for items in the Zelda games that I didn't hate, I'm gonna have to go with Megaton Hammer, because that just shit's just off the hook.
I do like all the incarnations of the hammer. I think my favorite though is the one in Link to the Past, cause it's very small but does double damage than the best sword in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, here is a crying tree. This may or may not be a plot point later on. Welcome to Clocktown. Okay, and I would like to take this opportunity to point out, there is nobody here. Nobody has been following us. Oh, wait. So anyway, what you're
I'm
saying?
sure he had a mask to be invisible.
Dude, he was probably wearing the stone mask. Shit. Oh yeah, you never beat the first... Well, you never got past the first area, so you don't know about the stone mask.
Yeah, I like traveled around a lot after doing the first dungeon, but I really had no idea which direction I was supposed to progress, and I really don't like feeling lost like that.
Well, after that, you go to Snowhead, which is where the Gorons live, which is weird because in Ocarina of Time they live in a fucking volcano.
And they must not be picky with their mountains.
Yeah, I guess not. But yeah, the stone mask, I think it's one of the most useful masks in the game because it makes you invisible and makes any stealth section in this game just fucking piss easy.
Well, that's good. Nothing's worse than stealth sections in a non-stealth game.
Oh my god, I hate that. Why do people think that's a good idea?
No one does, but they still end up getting put in games.
Yeah, alright.
No one has ever said it was a good idea.
Yeah, well, the developers must like it because they program it in.
It must be an easy way to create a level that'll take a lot of time.
Alright, so now we're in Clocktown proper. First order of business, stop being a Deku scrub.
Yeah, the residents are pretty racist against Dekus, if I recall.
Yep, and that dog. I don't think I get hit by the dog because I'm just too fast for him. But yeah, they don't let you do anything because they think you're like 6 years old. But yeah, before I go see the Great Fairy like Tattle told me, I'm gonna do something, save some time. It's called Get This Fucking Fairy.
So what would you say makes Clocktown prosper?
Prosperous? Like, are you asking me for insight into their economy?
Yeah, like, do people come and spend tourism money to see all the clocks?
They come as tourists for the carnival, which coincidentally is going on right now.
Aw, man.
But yeah, there's only like...
It sure was convenient
There's like
you were
3
cursed
stores
and
and a
launched
bank
into this
in
area
Clocktown.
during the celebration.
So I don't really understand. 3 stores, a hotel, and a bank.
That fairy looks pretty retarded.
Yeah, the weird thing about fairies in this game is they look fucking weird as shit, and you can't load up on fairies in bottles when you go to a fairy fountain. The weird looking ones you can't put in a bottle. But you can always get a fairy
man, look at
from...
these titillating 64-bit graphics.
Yeah. Fucking Great Fairy's creepy. But yeah, you can always get a fairy that you can put in a bottle if you just go to an owl statue and cut down like a bush next to it. Alright, perhaps the weirdest magic power is I can now fire bubbles as a Deku Scrub. It's also incredibly fucking useless, except for like 3 places. All of which are either in this video or the next video.
Well, at least you'll be able to demo your new power.
Yeah. Alright, check this shit out.
Scrub is scrub tier.
Yeah, I can pop balloons. I'm gonna do it again. Check this out. Everybody's favorite Zelda character.
Oh yeah, didn't this game introduce him?
Unfortunately.
Thanks, Majora's Mask.
Like, had he been a one-off character and not gotten extrapolated into every other video game released since then, that probably would have been okay. But Tingle is the reason I never finished Wind Waker.
Well, I had a guide, so that section really wasn't that agonizing for me.
I guess. I should probably go back and beat that game one day.
It's really good and worth it. The end of the game is fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I hear, and I did love it up until the point where I had to collect a zillion rupees to buy Triforce maps. But yeah, hide and seek time. I have to catch all these people, and then yeah, when I catch all of them, I get a secret code. Oh yeah, and here's a little slight glitch that happened. I trapped him in that thing, and then I walked to the next area. It pissed me off so much.
Man, doesn't the game become tag when you have to chase his ass down?
It's actually not so bad if you can get him into a corner. Luckily, you only have to do this once.
Yeah, at the rate of all that spinning, Link's gonna lose his lunch.
Well, he's made of wood, so I'm not sure about that. This guy's got a chicken. And I caught him easier. There's a guy on the roof here, but I got pro technique.
Shoot it until it's dead.
No, stand underneath him so that he runs off the edge.
Oh man, Tattle's got some advice for you, Miko. Are you gonna listen to it?
No, for the most part, I ignore her in the game. Except for a couple of parts where what she says is actually pretty funny. But they don't come till way, way later. Alright, now I get a secret code. And I lucked out with this code, but I still fuck it up when I go to the place. Because it's just, the numbers go up from the outside towards the inside. So that's how I remember it. But then I go to the clock, not the clock tower, fuck, the observatory, and I can't remember the code. Because I'm an idiot.
That's why you need a notebook ready.
But like I said before, you only have to do this once. You can actually just use the same code to go in here, like once you become a human again. Let's pretend I'm not fucking this up. Let's do that.
Come on, man. You learned it 3 seconds ago.
Shut the fuck up. I get it right this time, don't worry. Okay, here's part where number 2, where the bubble's required. Because for some reason there's just a balloon right there.
Fascinating.
And that's the end of the video.